What is going on, everyone? I think we could all agree this Houston Texans offense is going to be surprising, maybe even dangerous. And yet we haven't even talked about the one player that is going to be the main focal point, one of the main reasons why this offense is going to be successful, and that will be because second-year running back Dameon Pierce is going to show the NFL that he is a top 5 running back in the NFL. We are going to discuss year 2 for Dameon Pierce, but before we do that, guys, welcome everyone to the 713 Houston Sportcast. I am your host, Ruben Calvillo. I drop daily Houston Texans content. Follow me on Twitter at 713HSP. On Instagram, it is 713 Houston Sports. Now, without further ado, Dameon Pierce was drafted last year with the 107th overall pick in the 4th round, and we knew that coming to a very thin Houston Texans running back group, that he could potentially have an immediate impact, right? When your competition is Rex Burkhead, Royce Freeman, Derek Bungawale, there was so much hype surrounding Dameon Pierce, and he rose up to the occasion. All throughout training camp, we were hearing that he was the best running back out of the group. When I was there for day 1 and day 2, I could see it right off the gate that 31 was special. Hey, don't forget, it only took him 5 plays in that Saints preseason game to show the city of Houston that not only was he running back 1, but he could potentially be a franchise running back for this team. And everyone was so excited to see what he was going to do week 1 against the Indianapolis Colts. Well, he ended up not starting the game. Lovie Smith gave first team reps to Rex Burkhead. That was the main storylines coming out of week 1, where the Houston Texans were beating the Indianapolis Colts. They came back. They ended in a tie. The fans were so upset. Why didn't Dameon Pierce get majority of the reps? He got his first official start in week 2 against Denver, and in 13 games for Dameon Pierce, 939 yards, 4 touchdowns, 2 100-yard games, one of them against the Los Angeles Chargers, 131 yards, 1 touchdown. That touchdown was 74 yards, a big change of momentum for the Houston. Second 100-yard game was against the Philadelphia Eagles. It was Thursday night. It was the World Series. It was when the Houston Texans put out their battle red helmets, and what did Dameon Pierce do? 139 yards, 5.1 yards a carry. He had a I am here type of game in the NFL, and Dameon Pierce was just a wrecking ball for the Houston Texans. During his rookie campaign, he ranked first among rookies and 5th in the league in total missed tackles forced, 49. He was also tied with Nick Chubb for the most missed tackles forced per attempt. His total first down runs and yards after contact were both top 10 marks in the league as well. Dameon Pierce also had 527 yards after contact. That is absolutely insane, and that was behind a very poor Houston Texans offensive line. And last year they were ranked 26 according to PFF. Your week 18 starters were Laremy Tunsil. He had a good year, no surprise there. First round pick Kenyon Green had a very up and down rookie year. He had a rough couple of weeks against the Cleveland Browns and the Washington Commanders. Finished very strong against the Colts though. Your center was Scott Quisenberry. It was supposed to be Justin Britt, but he retired after week 1. And then you had have a rotation of Jimmy Morrissey and Scott Quisenberry. Your right guard was A.J. Cann. He's no longer on the team. The Houston Texans had to trade for Shaq Mason. Tytus Howard did very good. They moved him all over the offensive line when the season was coming to an end. And I have 2 main points here. 4 out of the 5 starters allowed at least 4 pressures against the Colts in week 18, though none of them were for sacks. Houston finished as the worst team in the league at generating yards before contact in the run game, averaging just 0.8 yards all year, and yet Dameon Pierce was on pace for a 12,000 yard season. He was a dark horse for offensive rookie player of the year. He definitely should have got it. That's just me being biased. But going into year 2 with a much better offensive line, right? Laremy Tunsil, second year Kenyon Green. You just drafted a center in Juice Scruggs. You just traded for Shaq Mason and Tytus Howard entering a contract year. You know he is going to ball out. The new weapons added. You just got your franchise quarterback, C.J. Stroud. He is going to help the run game. You got an actual backup running back in Devin Singletary. It adds some type of flavor, right? We knew that when Dameon Pierce was out the game, the Houston Texans were going to pass the ball. We were so predictable in the running game last year. the skills weapons, right? Dalton Schultz, a very good blocking tight end. He is going to help make Dameon Pierce's life easier. Our weapons, Robert Woods, John Menchie, all these guys are going to help Dameon Pierce because they take the pressure off them. There were so many people stacked in the box against Dameon Pierce last year. I think it was like 76% of the time that he was on the field, they had a full 7-man box against him, and yet he's still 939 yards, 4 touchdowns. I think Dameon Pierce is going to absolutely burst out on the scene, guys. Let me know what you think. Am I drinking the Kool-Aid? Should I drink some more? As always, go Texans. Y'all have a very blessed day.